Hello guys, welcome to episode 3 of my antisexual Minecraft Let's Play. I did actually record a whole video of me making the exterior of the house, and I also did a little bit off camera, but I realised that video was complete ass, and I didn't want to upload it to YouTube because it would be an embarrassment to me, so I just scrapped it, and yeah, I'll pop the clip up on screen where I was building it to show you that I didn't go into creative mode or anything. And today I'm going to focus on the interior and maybe make a little sweet berry bush farm underneath the house, because that sounds like it could be cool. What I want to talk about is that I've been annoyed by all the Pride Month content that I've been seeing, and I'm not a particularly right-wing person. Because I absolutely hate how those people treat women and want them to just be sex hoes that live in the house all the time and just produce more humans, basically. It's disgusting, and it's even more dehumanizing than sex itself. What I do want to say, though, is I'm pretty horrified at the mass sexualization of Pride recently. I've seen this, other content creators that aren't even anti-sex say this type of stuff. Because it's not really about sex, it's about connection and being people who are like you and discovering your identity. And I like that. I was all for that. I am bi, have a boyfriend who is also non-sexual. And yeah, I was happy to have other people who shared my identity. But then I started to see things at Pride parades. I've never actually been, I've just seen photos and stuff of people who were just dressed in fetish gear and trying to just go out in public wearing that stuff, and that I found really completely and utterly vile. Especially, like, it's bad enough that you do it at all, but bringing that into public is just so horrifying, especially since children can see that, and people who just want to mind their own business, like, you know, going shopping or whatever around where the parade is happening. And also, whenever I look at, like, gay media, despite being, like, a queer person, I always despise seeing all the sex stuff. Like, I'm trying to look at some cute gay couple edits, and then immediately there's some sort of, like, suggestive element to it, and I'm just like, no. Can we just have something, can we just have some decent, like, human content that's not just immediately full of sex, alright? Because I don't like that. I don't enjoy that. And you might say, well, why don't you just go watch other content? Well, I try looking for other gay content, but there's nothing, not much that I can find that isn't just sex. Something else that I really despise is the normalization of hypersexuality and implementing that into Pride. Listen, hypersexuality is not an orientation. It's a severely distressing mental condition that cause people to have unwanted, like, intrusive sexual thoughts. And for people to make a flag out of that and claim it's an identity, I feel like that's almost offensive to the people that don't identify with that. They don't want it, but they're kind of forced to have it. They think they're disgusting for it. And I mean, it's a disgusting thing. That doesn't really mean the person's disgusting, I would say, because they don't want it. They understand it is gross and they're repulsed by it. And the normalization of just excessive, like, sex want and just hypersexualization in media is so disgusting, because I feel like the media has become so hypersexualized. As I was saying before, in queer spaces, it feels like there's so much unregulated, like, pornographic or suggestive content. Like, I'm just trying to watch my favorite content creators, and then I feel like I have some sort of, like, aversion to them when I realize they are also queer, because then I check their community posts, and quite oftentimes they have suggestive content there, and I'm like, what's the actual point? Like, what are you hoping to achieve here? Are you just gooning? Are you just masturbating to this content? Like, what? There are also some people that will argue that, well, why should asexuality get its own flag, and hypersexuality not? Well, asexuality is a birth sexuality, and it does dictate who you're attracted to, whereas hypersexuality is just general. Hypersexuality quite often as well is caused by things like trauma, and some people think that asexuality is caused by trauma, I hate to break it to you, but you're probably not asexual if it's being caused by trauma. You're probably, like me, for a while I thought I was asexual. I tried to look for some silly microlabel. Like, I found this one microlabel created by someone on Reddit called Aqua, and I thought, okay, that's gotta be me, because it meant that you had feelings of attraction and felt the, like, desire to have sex, but you also hated the idea of it and didn't act on it. And that was just silly of me. Okay, I'm not asexual, I have an aversion to sex, and if you have been traumatized, you probably have an aversion to sex, or you're probably sex repulsed, or you probably, aren't antisexual like me as well. It always made me feel bad when I realized that I wasn't like other asexuals, because I didn't really fit the definition of an asexual. And that hurt, because I liked the community, and I didn't want to have sex, and I hated sex, and I was thinking, like, where do I fit then? And that's when I realized I was actually an antisexual. Okay, the final thing I want to bring up is definitely people deciding that fetishes belong in Pride. Like, I've already mentioned the fetishes at the Pride Parade. It's really, really just disgusting. But it's not just in Pride Parades, it's kind of just in general. I find that so vile, because on the quote-unquote official Pride thingamajig that's like the official guide to Pride flags or something like that, it mentions a bunch of fetishes. Now that's annoying, because sex and sexuality are not the same thing. You can be gay and also be antisexual. You can't say that fetishes are a part of being gay or being straight or having a sexuality. Like, what's it called? That stupid BDSM thing that's about, like, control dynamics, or the latex or rubber fetish. Like, that doesn't dictate who you're attracted to, it dictates your sex habits. And saying to people that, oh, no, you know, Pride has nothing to do with sex and children can come and be embracing it, is disgusting and just bad when you're also involving sex and fetishes. There we go, I'm all done with my work for this episode. I think I am also going to actually add some slabs up there so we don't get jabbed by the berries like this. There we go. I love this as a cute little early game farm. I will sort out the rest of this next episode. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. And hey, if you enjoy Pride but not for the fetish content and the sexualization, I think you should definitely still give the video a like. If you think the fetish flags shouldn't have flags in the first place and should be removed, don't forget to like the video. And if you want to see more content like this, don't forget to subscribe, because I want to keep making it for y'all.